let's talk about passions. So as of late, streaming hasn't been doing it for me anymore. If I'm being completely honest with you, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop streaming and that I'm not going to be, going online once in a while or whatnot. But like a couple of days ago, I guess by the time this comes out, or maybe a day ago, I spoke to my team and I told them that I needed like a break, right? I put it on social media as a hiatus, right? But I don't know if that's what I would want to call it, because I think a hiatus would be probably longer than 2 weeks. But what I wanted to do was maybe take 2 weeks, take a step back from streaming, and then focus on what I really am passionate about, right? And I used to think that streaming was something that I was passionate about. But I think what made me passionate about streaming was the whole the content creation part of it, right? The video editing, the recording, the improv of it all, right? The bits, right? The funnies, the sillies, the cringe, which is probably my biggest strength. But, I feel like streaming doesn't give me that dopamine hit that I thought I was getting out of streaming. This last year, not this last year, the beginning of this year, we did like a series of skits for like promoting a flavor that I wanted for Glitch Energy. And I think those were the funnest times I've had, or the most fun I've had, making anything and putting it on the internet, right? And that's where I think I started gathering that I feel passionate towards not streaming, but creating funny content, maybe content that that I find entertaining for me, because I feel like or at least from what I've seen from a lot of the big content creators like Mr. Beast, Matt Pat, and so others that I can't think of right now. I'm so sorry for every other large content creator. Harris Heller, right? One of the content creators I respect the most. But one of the things that I find consistent in all of those channels and all of those content creators is that they all make content not just for their communities, but for themselves, right? So I want to really now put more of an effort to start making content that entertains me, right? And by that, I mean, I want to maybe do these sort of like right now, like touch points, maybe. I don't want it to turn into a podcast, really, because podcasts are fun. They can be informative, blah, blah, blah. But you already have to have somewhat of a following. It's really hard to create a following using making a podcast, unless you already have people that are following you from other stuff. And I really saw that a lot of my videos that are how-tos of Destiny, right? For example, one of the videos that I'm still super surprised right now that is consistently getting views still and likes and comments from is a video that I made on how to put on gear, right, that you buy from the Everstore. And I still get comments that say, hey, thank you. I'm glad, I was able to figure it out. Or they ask follow-up questions. Hey, I'm doing what you said on the video, but like I still can't find it, you know? There's still interaction. And I've been finding a lot of joy in finding those random little comments that pop out. So I think I'm gonna reel in the streaming and start making a little bit more of that. I don't know what yet, but I will tell you and I will keep you posted. But officially for streaming as of right now, I think I'm going to take some time off. Twitch has been great. I haven't had any issues, big issues anyways. I haven't had anything controversial yet. I haven't been canceled yet. Thank God. That's great. Considering I'm an older millennial, I say sometimes a lot of things that can be kind of controversial and weird. So I'm sorry. It is what it is. But I'm trying to be better. And I have my team always checking me and making sure that I don't see anything stupid. But I want to start working on stuff that I feel is going to be more fulfilling for me, like more how-tos. I also want to dive into my creative side of creative writing. So I want to start making videos where I write stories and I read them out to you, right? And I try to put out maybe some visual aids for the story, right? And these stories would be fictional, right? One of my biggest dreams that I have is to write a book, but I don't know if I want to write a fiction or a nonfiction. I know I want to write a book about being Mexican American, right? Or Latino or Hispanic, however you choose to identify. I want to write a book of my experience of how I've experienced life as being of Mexican descendancy with Mexican parents that don't speak a word of English, and then having to experience the US and having to grow up faster because we had to, and some of you might be able to relate, having to grow up faster because we had to translate for our parents. We had to be adults and because they couldn't understand English, right? And we had to step up and translate and interact with other adults who spoke English on their behalf, even though you were like 10, 12, 15, etc. But I don't think it really affected me negatively. I know it's like a whole other can of worms that I'm not going to open up on this episode of, I don't even know what they call this yet, right? But I'm going to put it out there. And whoever's listening to this or watches this, leave me a comment. Tell me if this is good. Do you like this? Do you not like this? And if you have an idea as to what I should call this series, right? Because I'm going to probably put out a couple more of these. Again, I don't want to call it a podcast. Yeah. I don't want it to be another failed project of a podcast. So that's not what I want to do. Plus, we have the TBD Tavern. But I want this to be something completely away from SilverBlazeX, right? I think I have a name already of what I want to go with, but I'm not sure yet if I want to go with it. We'll see. So give me feedback, right? I would appreciate it if you're listening to this or if you have like a moment. So yeah, I want to start making more how-tos. I think I could probably connect more with people. I feel like I could, without having to maybe overcomplicate things, give people a perspective from my monkey brain, which it's probably going to oversimplify a lot of things, which is probably always the better thing, because some people just don't have time to listen to a video that lasts like 10, 20, 30 minutes. Hopefully this video doesn't last that long. No, we're good at 11 minutes right now. Try not to make this 20 minutes. But I want to make stuff that is shorter, more comprehensive, to the point, and I want to start labeling it by timestamps. I want to try and avoid putting any sort of ads, right? If that changes in the future, I'm sorry, future Chris. I tried. Still got to pay the bills. You still got to pay the editors. Right now, this is probably going to be edited all by me. So, which is not a big deal. I mean, a lot of stuff now is easy to edit, and a lot of stuff can be cookie cut and plug and play, etc. So that's not a big deal. But yeah, who's to say how things are going to be like? Because this is just kind of like the beginning of something weird that I've been kind of marinating on, sitting on, and just, I don't know. But anyways, keep saying anyways. That's what I hate about like being live. And this is kind of maybe what I'm looking forward to for the scripted life. I know I've always said that I'm not good at reading scripts, right? And I'm not. I don't know how to stay on script. I guess that's really my challenge. Not so much that I can't read them or I can't probably memorize them. It's more like I can't stay on track. And I'll read something and then I feel like I need to elaborate further. I don't know why. Maybe it's the ADHD. Who knows? But yeah. So I'm going to upload this video on my channel for SilverBlazeX. And then I'm going to upload this video and this other new channel that I made, where I'm probably going to be uploading all of these sort of videos that are separate from SilverBlazeX. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link below so that you guys know where to find this channel. And you'll find this video too. Or maybe you'll find this video before you find my other channel that has more subscribers, because this channel technically is going to have 0. So we're going to start from 0 and see how much we can grow from 0. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what comes out of this. If not, at the very least, it'll be like a creative like outlet for me. But yeah, you know, whoever is listening right now or watching this, I'm going to depend heavily on you, a lot, to tell me if this works for you, this doesn't work for you. Where do you want to see us kind of go to? Because I don't know if I want to do streaming anymore. I mean, maybe I'll do some streaming. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's fun to play with my friends, but I can play with my friends offline whenever I want. Well, most of the time. And that's the other downside of like, after you get like a certain, I'm not a huge streamer. In no way do I have like this weird thought that I am a huge streamer, but I have gone big enough to the point where I can't just go online anymore and play a game that I want to play without being bombarded with, you know, messages, invites. And it's not that I'm not thankful for my friendships. I am very thankful for my friendships. But sometimes you just kind of want to game, you know? You just kind of want to game. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. See where this goes. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this, comment, like, subscribe. You know, the whole YouTuber thing. Thanks.